Welcome back to Kalgoorlie for the lucky last. This is the PKG Cup, a Class 2 1200 metre race. Last leg of the quaddie 2 to be alive. You require number 4, Captain Rogers first leg, number 1, Dreamtime Jean second leg, and 6, Irritable Rodney, who will certainly blow open that quaddie in the third leg. 4, 1 and 6 the numbers to be alive. The last race here is over 1200 metres at Class 2 level, and we start with Scottish Laird, horse number 1, a 3-year-old who was a newcomer to the West at the end of the Esperance Bay Turf Club season, including winning very impressively at their Cup Day meeting in a maiden with a last to first turn of foot over 1400 metres. Resumes here, 86 days between runs without a trial as well. Ricky Brown trains, Patrick Carberry rides, 60.5 kilos and likely to get off the speed. Currently an $8 chance in betting, number 1, Scottish Laird. Number 2, Debbonaire, a son of Piero, who's having his second start for Fiona Scott. Thought the first up run was very, very good behind Dreamtime Jean, who was super impressive, winning earlier on today to frank that form. They make a gear change, they take the blinkers off. Victoria Corver jumps aboard. Does have a bit of early dash because he did sit in the breeze one day at Pinjarra on the scarp side over 1300, but I'm just not sure where he gets to today. He is drawn wide, and I imagine they probably have to ride him midfield with cover again. $7, but it wouldn't be so a surprise at all to see him run a big race here. He definitely was a follow out of his first up run. Number 2, Debbonaire. Number 3, I Am King, is with Gary Bowen to be ridden by Geordie Turner, who's already kicked one home today. The first up run 45 days ago was disappointing though, beaten 9 lengths at the hands of Kelly's Lisaloo. Hasn't been seen since, so may have had a setback in between. Comes into this today at 40 to 1, and you'd be surprised if he was figuring. Number 4, Set for Stardom, needs to improve tenfold off what he produced first up. He was beaten 9 3/4 lengths by the stablemate Dreamtime Jean, which does mean that he was beaten around a 7-length margin behind Debbonaire alone, who's in this field. Wide draw here today. Need to see him improve. Number 4, Set for Stardom. Number 5, the Chief Justice, races in the colours of Tom Percy KC. Earlier on today we had the annual Joan Percy Memorial, and I'm actually going to tip this horse as a value play here in the last, currently at double figures. First up run was good at Geraldton behind Make Mine Super, who won 3 in a row at the GTC. Then went to Ascot, had to work way too hard behind the stablemate Rommel's Journey, 1400. Last seen 18 days ago in a Class 3 at Belmont when beaten 3 by Flash Paddy. Has been doing it tough from wide draws and is drawn wide again, but I'm hoping Lacta Rumley, who's looking for a race-to-race double, can send him early and we find a spot on top of the speed. At $10, I thought he was a bit of value in the last, the Chief Justice. Number 6, Twist of Gold. This is your likely leader, a lightly weighted filly by Bondi. 55 kilos after Chanel Cooper's claim. Was only run down late last start by Wanna Cracker. Prior to that, ran into Perori, and Perori was super impressive earlier, beating Baalbeck to frank the form. Will be in front for a long, long way. On speed is absolutely suited here today at Gouldy. I was coming into the meeting a little bit wary of the end of 1200 metres for this filly, but conditions being what they are, she really should have no excuse in front and holds favouritism at $3.20. Number 7, Talk About You. Helen Harding puts a set of blinkers on today instead of the winkers, looking for his first win at Kalgoorlie at start number 20 and his third win in his life at start 46. So he certainly is a horse that hasn't won out of turn, but he's got some nice form lines here. 5 starts back, he was beaten half a length by Scottish Laird, but meets him 1.5 kilos better at the weights and goes around a bigger price. 2 back was beaten a length Kelly's Lisaloo, a race that's produced 3 individual winners. So at $10, I know he doesn't win out of turn, but he should be thereabouts. Number 7, Talk About You, for Matty Derrick and Helen Harding. Number 8, Aiden's Choice, wide gate, likely to get back, yet to really hit his strap this time. Third run of preparation, but he needs to improve off what he's produced so far. 30 to 1, number 8, Aiden's Choice. Number 9, Brazen Empress, the first of 2 last start maiden winning horses from the yard of Peter Fernie. This is a filly by Safeguard who had her first start at Kalgoorlie and too strong for Royal Accolade. That was 14 days ago, goes from 1100 to 1200, and for the claim of Cassie Martin, and actually drops half a kilo on that first up victory, expecting that she'll hold her own here. Currently $12 in betting. Number 10, Secret Attire, very well supported to the point where this is now our fixed odds favourite. 550 into 330 Secret Attire, looking to go back to back. First up at Kalgoorlie, ran second behind Wanna Cracker, then was far too strong for Bronte's Dream last start. Lucy Fiore rides here, carries a kilo more today in a Class 2 than what she did when breaking maiden status, but her 2 runs on the Goldfields have both been very good, and she is the notable market mover here, 550 to 330 and favourite. Number 11, Deliberation, second up here today. Wasn't too bad first up for 100 to 1 pop, beaten 5 lengths by Dreamtime Jean. Second up here today, but is yet to salute the judge at 27 attempts at Kalgoorlie. And finally, number 12, Let the Dust Fly, who hasn't won for a long time. The 2 victories have been over a lot further than this, and she's probably still just working towards peak fitness. 60 to 1 Deliberation, 70 to 1 for Let the Dust Fly, the 2 roughies at the bottom. My numbers here in the lucky last. Good luck if you're alive in that quaddie. 5, 6, 2 and 7. 5 for me at value, the Chief Justice. I thought there was a chance that Lacta Romilly could fire across to outside the leader, and if he got there, he could run well at odds. 6, Twist of Gold, no doubt be in front for a long way with that light weight. 2, Debbonaire was an eye-catching run at his return to racing for a new stable. And 7, the ever-consistent Talk About You. I thought the new favourite, Secret Attire, mapped a little bit awkwardly coming out of maiden company, but the punters certainly disagree with that. Has been a very good go here, 550 to 320 in the last. My numbers are 5, 6, 2 and 7. Royce is with number 2, Debbonaire, at an each way price as well. Hopefully one of the two of us can get a little bit of value home in the last here. Royce with Debbonaire at 750 and Scott here locally with 5, the Chief Justice at $8.50. Horses are behind the gate, starting to load in for the PKG Cup over the 1200 metres. I'll send you the way of Royce Newton for the call of the last.
Okay, thanks, Scott. Runners coming along well here. A couple of colour changes here. Black Club's colours for Set for Stardom. And the Rainbow Club's silks for Brazen Empress. Aiden's Choice to don the black cap of the 2 Bowen runners. I Am King in the customary yellow as the Chief Justice moves forward. Been a good day's racing here today as Brazen Empress comes up. So this, of course, is the PKG Cup to finish off proceedings today. We're racing next week as well on June 16. So next Sunday, pencil that in your calendars. So runners just about to complete the line here. Your favourite is Secret Attire. Thanks, Stu. As Tab Radio cross now to the KBRC for the last on Joan Percy Memorial Day. So I Am King has gone forward, the second of Gary Bowen's runners. We'll don the yellow cap. It's Talk About You to come forward and complete the line. Talk About You, been a consistent type, always around the money. And about to come forward now for Matty Derrick. So we're set at the 1200. Field of 12, stand by. Gates fly back, they're off racing. Now Deliberation from the inside, jumped well. Twist of Gold working forward with Talk About You. Also up there early on, it's Brazen Empress trying to find a position. Back and behind these is Debbonaire. Followed next of all by Let the Dust Fly. Then the Chief Justice, who's just worse than midfield with Scottish Laird. Well back then we have just at the head of the others Secret Attire, together with down on the inside I Am King, being followed by Set for Stardom, and at the tail it's Aiden's Choice. So 10 lengths covering the field of 12, and it's the Twist of Gold who found the top. Shows out by a length. Talk About You second, Deliberation third. Then we had Brazen Empress being followed by the Chief Justice. Debbonaire getting a nice run. We'll need a split though. Then we add next of all to Brazen Empress with the Chief Justice. If I didn't already mention it, further back to Scottish Laird, followed by I Am King. Well back then to Secret Attire, Let the Dust Fly, Set for Stardom, and Aiden's Choice. It's Twist of Gold who shows the way. Down the outside, running on Debbonaire. Debbonaire grabbed the lead, Deliberation in pursuit. Followed next of all by Brazen Empress, but it's Debbonaire in front with 100 metres to run. Look at Secret Attire down the outside, but Debonaire's off and gone. Wins the last. Secret Attire second. Third in was I Am King. Fourth, Brazen Empress. Then we had Deliberation, Twist of Gold, Aiden's Choice. They were followed next of all, just at the head of the others, by Set for Stardom, Scottish Laird. Well back then to the Chief Justice, who crossed the line with Let the Dust Fly and Talk About You. Number 2, Debbonaire wins the last in good style. really exploded at the 300, Debbonaire, and has got the job done to defeat the 10, Secret Attire, who was absolutely flying down the outside. 3 got third, I Am King, and 9 will get fourth in Brazen Empress. So 2, 10, 3 and 9, 1:13.47, the winning gallop for the PKG Cup. But this horse is a pretty promising type. You get the feel, hit the line strong last start, and that was almost a year off between racing. And found the gap today and absolutely exploded. So 2, 10, 3 and 9, a length by a length are the margins, and the gallop 1:13.47. Debbonaire with the 59.5. Geez, it was a good ride by Victoria Corver. She got this horse on the paint from barrier 10. And has gone on to hold off the late challengers of Secret Attire and also I Am King. But to your winner, Debbonaire for Fiona Scott, Victoria Corver by Piero from La Moulin, owned by Pancho Harding. Second in was the 10. That's Secret Attire for Peter Fernie and Lucy Fiore by Vancouver from Ideal Image, owned by the Geisel Park Stud Syndicate and also Andrew Ingalls. 3 gets third. That is the I Am King for Gary Bowen and Jordan Turner by King's Troop from Fortune, owned by Gary Bowen himself, Jay Dowdle, Daryl Mapleson, Ashok Parekh and McNamara. And fourth in was the 9. That is Brazen Empress, who is trained by Peter Fernie, had ridden by Cassie Martin, but a nice win here and a horse that looks one to follow when they can win with 59.5 like that. Made his own luck and shot straight to the lead at the 300, never to be headed, and has gone on to win in good style. Fantastic ride by Victoria Corver as well. 2, 10, 3 and 9. 2, 10, 3 and 9. Debbonaire takes out the last. That's the interim numbers there as the horse returns to scale after taking out the PKG Cup.